and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and this is my Inktober series. So this is day 3 as you saw, and the prompt word was sun. I felt like I really didn't have a lot of ideas with this word. There is a couple prompts later on, moon, and then there's a sun and moon. And so I didn't really want to do a sun with a face because I kind of do that with the prompt sun and moon together. That's coming up. I'm not sure which day that is, but so I didn't want to do a repetitive design with another face. So I decided to go with this mandala, and it could almost be seen as like a sunflower, especially with the way I did the lines on the, I guess you could call them petals and stuff. So I really have been enjoying using my Lamy Safari pen with the waterproof sketch ink, and I definitely talked about all my supplies, my prep and plans and all that in my first video, which I will link in the card above if you're interested in checking it out. I also will be doing a Inktober playlist that I will include at the end of the video or in the description of this video, so that way if you missed anything or if this is in the future and you are playing catch up, there's a whole playlist of all the videos that I do and you can check them all out. So what I have been doing, I think is what I'm going to post a video on Wednesday and Saturday, and then do Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday and post it on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and post it Saturday. So the Wednesday videos are going to have 3 pieces, and right now I'm speeding these up about 1500%, and that brings it down to about 5 minutes of a time lapse for each piece, which I think is a good amount of time. So this one has 3 days worth of pieces, so it's about 15 minutes long. And then the Saturday video will probably be about 20 minutes long, give or take a few minutes. So that is my plan going forward. I'm not sure if I will stick to it, but that is the goal. And yeah, I'm almost done with this sunflower or sun piece. And I really didn't like it at first, but I just kept adding more and more details. And then in the center, I wanted to do a inking effect with the salt, and then I took the ruler and did almost like sun rays or bursts coming out from it. So I liked it the more I kept adding details, and in the end I guess I'm pretty content with it. So here I am just laying down some water because I wanted the outside of the circle to be really dark, so I didn't put water right to the edge, so that way the ink flowed into the center and it was slightly lighter. And then also with the water you get the salt effect rather than just dropping it into the straight ink. So that is day 3 and the prompt sun. So this is now day 4 and the prompt word is moth, and I was really excited for this piece. It's one of my more well thought out pieces, I guess you could say, with a lot of details, and again, really enjoying using my Lamy Safari pen with the sketch ink. It's so dark, and it actually writes pretty well being on the watercolor paper, so I've just really been enjoying that rather than my Pigra microns. And obviously with this much detail I could not be using a brush to do all this because the lines would not be as clean and crisp as I would like them to be. So this is based off the real life death head hawk moth. You can look it up, and they have these vaguely looking human skull markings on their thorax. So I kind of like base this illustration off of that, because of course they're kind of creepy. And then the bottom of the bottom wings I thought looked like teeth, which was also, I guess, kind of spooky. So this piece took me a little longer because, again, it had so much detail in it. And I have it sped up at about 1500%. So just a lot of line work with this. And then I start filling in some of the areas with the sketch ink because it is so dark. And there are also, again, tiny spots that I would rather do with the pen rather than a brush to keep it clean. And sorry for the in and out of focus. So once I had those little black markings filled in, I decided to go in with some ink. I wanted to have some lighter gray areas and darker gray areas of shading on the wings, but I also wanted to leave white areas so that way there was a difference in the contrast. So I went all around the illustration with ink, and I was dropping in rubbing alcohol, which created this lovely bokeh effect, almost like lights glowing at night, which, as you know, moths are generally attracted to light sources, so it could be seen as like lanterns or lights in the distance or like a dewy night. So I really enjoyed that effect. And with the dark background, I feel like that made the illustration really pop out. And you guys, this one like turned out to be my absolute favorite. I know we're only on like day 4 already, but I just love how this one turned out so much. And I want to hear what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below. But that is day 4 and Moth, and that's my completed illustration. Here's some close-up details. Yeah, just overall very happy with this one. So the last one in this video is day 5, and the prompt was books. I also enjoyed this piece, but I feel like I could have done more if I took more time with it, whether that be the details or the values in the illustration. I was hoping that I could get more of a range. I didn't leave anything stark white because I didn't like the way it looked, so I kind of gave everything a shade, and I don't know, I just hope it turned out good. I was definitely playing with some of the typography, and it was a little messy, but I mean, the words were so small, so it was really hard to do, especially the spells one, because the lettering was just so fancy. And I'm sorry it's out of focus here. Moon magic was really hard to do with the masking fluid, because again, it was just so tiny, and I originally messed it up, so I had to wipe off the first part and then redo it. And then while it was drying, I was working on some of the other details, but I thought these were like books that could be seen as being in a witch's house, books about potions and herbs and spells and tarot cards and moon things, magic, phases of the moon, all that stuff. I tried to put a lot of detail into it, and I was going for like a semi-realistic illustration. Like, I'm not a fan of like really cartoony stuff, so I hope it turned out to be like semi-realistic. I was trying to shade the books in slightly different tones so that they were all like kind of different. And then I went in and colored the teapot. I struggled a little bit with the teapot because I had like an imaginary light source in the upper right, so I wasn't sure if that translated very well. And then I went back in with my fountain pen to draw these really scratchy spider webs, which I actually really liked. I almost did the perfect spiral webs that you see that are in a way look cartoony to me, and these felt more realistic looking, like there's just really old webs. And then I went back over the teapot and tried to add more details. I added some more shading. And yeah, so far this is Thomas's favorite. I think this is second place for me. So let me know what you guys think. And I hope you guys are still on track. We're gonna get through this challenge together. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on my future Inktober videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!